Soldier of Self-Mastery here, aka Santos Rolon Jr., straight out of Stockton, California. I am the founder of the Soldiers of Self-Mastery movement. Really excited about that. A standard. You and I need to raise a standard. We need to raise standards. Yes. But Santos, what is a standard? Can you break it down into bite-sized pieces, micro bite-sized pieces, so that I can really understand what it is that you're referring to when you say that you and I must raise our standard? We're here, you're here, and I'm here in front of this video for a reason. Let's look at this. Let's look at this, because right now we live in a world, there is bamboozling going on. There is people being tricked. There's shenaniganism going on. People are being lied to. Most people in the world today are being taken advantage of in some form or another. You and I are included in that. Unless we really open our eyes. Unless this video, what I'm about to share with you, I'm hoping that it will penetrate into the deepest area of your life for you. Because think about, what is a standard anyways? What is a standard? You know, Anthony Robbins says that the day that you raise your standard, that's the day that you will be, you won't be the same anymore. A standard is like a chain, or like a, it could be like a strong chain. It could be like a big fence, a nice strong fence, tall fence, very sturdy fence. And that fence is there either for protection, right? Either for something not to come in, or for something not to go out. And I'm choosing to use a fence because a fence is something that we could visually see. When you put a fence, it divides. There is a separation there. Now, I'm not saying that it's always going to be perfect. Fences aren't always perfect. This world that we live in is not perfect at all. In fact, the Bible says, yea, though, in Psalms 23, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Instead of us looking at others, right? Sometimes we look to our spouse, or we'll look to a child, or we'll look to a neighbor, or we'll look to a coworker. We'll look to somebody to provide something that we so desperately think about. And yet we neglect the most fundamental of raising your standard, and that's looking inside, looking at you. The truth is, others are not going to make you happy. Others won't make us happy. We can only truly make ourselves happy via the gift of the grace that the Almighty has given us. You know, I went through a experience the other day, and it was an experience that really hit me deep. It touched my bowels of compassion inside me. My bowels of compassion. You know, when something touches your bowels of compassion, that's pretty deep. And I thought about this. I experienced something that I have chosen a couple days ago. I raised the standard against it to say, I don't ever again want to experience that kind of behavior coming from me. Your life is different. Obviously, the standard that you need to raise in your life is different. And I'm going to give you 2 quick tips on how you can begin today, right now, as soon as this video is over. Number 1, declare it. Confess it. If you don't see it, you're not going to achieve it, my friend. That's one key thing when it comes to raising a standard, when it comes to creating change in your life, permanent, lasting change. And if you want it fast, you got to begin fast. You're going to make a decision either way. Watching this video, whether you do something about your standard that you need to raise or you don't, you're going to make a decision. Either that's a decision being made. Confess it. Get it out there. if you got to put down on paper what it is that you need to raise your standard about, draw that line in the cement permanently. Number 2, I say this all the time, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. Remind yourself, 7 days, 14 days, remind yourself. Trick your subconscious, my friend. You see, the standard is inside the subconscious. And if you don't override and overrule existing ones that are already there, you're going to continue down with the same footprints. There's a way out, my friend. Let's do this. I'm doing it. I respectfully challenge you to do it. Santos Rolon Jr., once again, founder of the Soldiers of Self-Mastery movement. Soldier Scribe, if you're not Soldier Scribe to this channel, please give me a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a decent job. I believe I am. And if you leave me a comment, I'll be sure to respond to that comment, my friend. And I do offer one-on-one coaching. My information will be below. You can easily connect with Soldier. I salute you, and I'll see you at the top on the inside on my very next one, making every day super fantastic and over the top.